Welcome back to grade 7 math. This is lesson number 4.2, organized outcomes. Many board games use a spinner. Instead of rolling a die or pair of dice, a player spins the spinner to determine how many spaces they get to move ahead. In today's lesson, we are going to look at how to find the probability in games involving spinners, coins, and dice. Here's a spinner. If we spin the spinner once, what are the outcomes? What are the probabilities of each possible outcome? Well, we see that this spinner has only two colors, blue and red, and both sides are an equal size. So that means that the probability of spinning red is 1 out of 2, and it also means that the probability of spinning blue is 1 over 2 as well. Using the same spinner, let's say that the player spins the spinner twice. We can use what is called the tree diagram to show all of the possible outcomes from 2 spins. We'll draw a tree diagram on the next slide. The tree diagram is made by drawing branches that represent each outcome. We read a finished tree diagram from left to right. Final branches show us the total number of possible outcomes. Okay, from our tree diagram, we can see that there are 4 possible outcomes. And those outcomes are as follows. We have blue, 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 red, red, blue, and red, red. So, the probability of spinning red twice is 1 out of 4. While the probability of spinning both red and blue is 2 out of 4, because we can spin blue first, red second, or we can spin red first and blue second. Not all spinners have just 2 sides. Take a look at this spinner. And here are a couple of questions for you to consider. What are the possible outcomes? And what are the probabilities of each outcome? So in a minute, you're going to pause this video. You're going to take a look at the spinner. And I want you to work out what all the possible outcomes are. And I also want you to determine the probability of each color resulting in the spin of the spinner. And then I want you to also consider true or false. The outcomes are equally likely. So pause the video now. Try this out. Let's look at one more example. A coin and a die are shown below. Draw a tree diagram to show all of the outcomes. So when drawing this tree, we will start with 2 branches to represent the outcomes from the coin. And on each branch, we draw 6 branches to represent the outcomes from the die. And here's what we get. And this is a second challenge I'm leaving you with. From the tree diagram, you can see that there are, and you'll figure out how many total outcomes there are. The outcomes are, well, are they equally or not equally likely? The probability of getting heads and 4 is, and last question for you to work out at home, the probability of getting tails and an odd number is. So you can pause the video, take a deeper look at this diagram, figure out your answers. We'll take it up tomorrow. So in closing, After we go through these activities, at the start of tomorrow's class, it will be your turn to draw some tree diagrams and find some probabilities. So for those of you who are working on this from home, you may want to pause the video here. Just take note of the page numbers and the questions you're going to be working on. And like the picture says, the spinners are not going to take a break from singing classic soul to do your homework. So this concludes today's video.